Should universities be obliged by law to prevent people being drawn into terrorism, for example, by reporting extremist activity? That is part of the Counter-Terrorism and Security Bill, which is continuing to be debated during its committee stage in the House of Lords today. But a group of Vice-Chancellors has written to The Times, arguing that universities should be exempt. Professor Anthony Forster is Vice-Chancellor of the University of Essex and one of the signatories. Good morning.
Good morning.
And you make the argument for exemption on what basis?
Well, we say that the threat we all face from terrorism is real and that we've all got a collective responsibility to address this, including universities. But there are already existing legal obligations on universities. We're supporting the government's Prevent strategy, and we believe universities are at their most effective in preventing radicalisation by ensuring academics and indeed students are free to question and test received wisdom within the law. So the bill in its current form really isn't the best way to maximise the contribution that universities can make, and indeed might be counterproductive, causing mistrust and alienation.
Therefore, your fear is that debate will be shut down, that you wouldn't be able to host an event in a university where people are able to speak freely?
Absolutely. We think the bill in its current form will constrain the freedom of speech and academic freedom, and that's been enshrined in law for 27 years. It's an established legal right that academics in the UK can question and test received wisdom and put forward new ideas and controversial or unpopular opinions without placing themselves in jeopardy. That's an important right.
Given that evidence has been put forward about extremist activity on campuses over a period of years, do you not think that something now needs to be done differently?
Well, I think universities are already covered by extensive prevention of terrorism legislation. Universities are all already supporting the government's Prevent strategy to counter terrorism and radicalisation.
And the government simply says it wants to put all of this on a statutory footing.
Indeed, but it hasn't really thought through the implications of this. Why challenge some fundamental aspects of what universities are for through a counter-terrorism and security bill? Wouldn't it be better to have a comprehensive review of the current legal framework and voluntary codes before adding yet more legislation?
We asked the Home Office for a statement this morning, and they've just come back with it, essentially saying that the measures in this bill will build on the existing arrangements and ensure that the Prevent strategy is delivered to a consistent standard across the country. And also saying that at the heart of all of this is ensuring that poisonous, divisive ideologies are not allowed to spread, including through our universities. Would it not be of immense concern to you if you knew that someone on a university campus somewhere was spouting hate in a way that could incite people to extremism? Is that not the kind of thing that you would feel a duty to report?
Absolutely, but I'm afraid the legislation as it's currently drafted would actually be counterproductive and indeed cause mistrust and alienation and not address the very issues that the government is claiming that it is trying to sort out.
Why counterproductive? Well,
I think there are a number of aspects that are deeply worrying in the current bill. The first is it challenges the idea of academic freedom. Universities are at their very best when they are places that contest conventional wisdom in a robust way within the law. It actually places a significant amount of power in the hands of the Home Secretary to issue guidance about the exercise of the new duty, and the Home Secretary will have the power to give direction and enforce performance via court orders, and these are very broad and ill-defined powers that have no place in relation to universities.
Professor Anthony Forster, thank you very much.